Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Daddy K, an artist with a vision for blending creativity with luxury. His work is made for collectors, high-end brands and spaces that value unique, standout pieces. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
So who's Daddy K? Why do they call you Daddy K?
Well, I have three kids, and they all they have the Kayla, Kendra, and Kendrick.
Ooh.
So that is where the Daddy K comes from. Yeah,
That's a cool name.
Yeah, like my wife, she's Mommy K. So I am Daddy K. So I just blend that with my artistic name, like that's DARTDDY Daddy K.
I've seen your Instagram. You have a very fashionable family.
Thank you.
And of course, interspersed with the fashion is your art. So we wanted to learn a little bit more about the history of when you realized you were so passionate about art.
I started painting when I was 4 years old, and I was just doing it for fun. So my dad, though he's late now, my dad was encouraging me, like, oh, this is, you have to follow your passion. But I didn't take it serious. But I loved everything about art. I was doing comic art. So when I got into the university, I studied in a university, Delta State University, Abraka, Delsu. So there was a day, there was an art competition for Nigerian universities. So I was like a bit surprised that I was picked among the 30 students that represented my school then. So that really got me like, oh, maybe there's something I'm doing nice. So it seems I need to follow this route, this path. So that was when I took it very serious. Mm-hmm. And among the schools that did the competition, we took, I think, a second position. So that was when I took it serious, and I started an art gallery. So that was how it started.
When we're looking at your art, you kind of give like this 3D effect to your art. Like, what story are you trying to tell through your art?
Yes, I noticed a lot of artists, we're all doing the same thing. Yeah. And one thing about myself, when I'm doing something, I love standing out. I love doing something different so I can be unique. Mm-hmm. So I noticed every artist always follow the same paths. And I don't like following the bandwagon effect. So I decided to do something, like I just thought about like, what can I do for me to be able to stand out from the masses? So I was like, okay, let me add something, because when I was in school, we did a course called mixed media. Mixed media painting is when you do a painting, you can just add something to make it look a bit real, like a 2D or 3D, you understand? So first of all, I started doing the mixed media and use maybe a hat or maybe cowries or something, like anything. Then along the line, I was like, okay, I need to make it a luxury. So I had to add luxury stuff. So anything I'm using in my paintings, it must be luxury.
Right.
Yeah, so that it can be outstanding. And I put a signature so I can have my own, okay, this is a luxury stuff, and not just a luxury stuff, but it has my own signature, kind of unique pattern of painting. Right. So that is it.
They're so cool, I must say. Congratulations on your talent. Okay. How do you decide on the subject? Like, how do you decide what's going to be your next piece?
Honestly, my paintings, I don't decide what I want to do next. All my paintings have deep meaning that when someone look at it, you can actually ask yourself questions like, what you feel the emotion in the painting, and there's a storyline. I don't just think, oh, this is what I see, I want to do. I look at the environment. I read books. I love reading books. I read books a lot. I read books that can give exoteric and esoteric knowledge. So when I look at things like one of my best painting is the Living in Bondage, whereby the figure was chained and there were books.
Oh yeah, we can see it here.
Yeah, there were books behind him. That's my favorite painting. That is like he's fighting for liberation, and you know, sometimes people feel when they are going through some stuff, they think, oh, they want to look for the solution from like outside, while the solution is inside. Just the knowledge will unlock every problem. So when I'm making a piece, I don't just think what is my next piece. I can be driving outside now. I will just see something and I will just capture it. Okay, I'm going to do something like this. I won't do exactly that, what I'm saying. I will have to think. Sometimes I think for like 1 month to put everything together. I look everything going on and I put everything together and I put it in practical. I create it. So that's how I don't just sit down and, okay, let me do it. No, I just think and see. What I see, that's what I do.
Cool. So you love working with luxury brands like Givenchy, maybe Off-White?
Yeah, I've actually, that is part of my plans. I've actually done, worked with a luxury brand, a popular luxury brand, but along the process, I was not I was not employed like a full contract. So it was, we signed a NDA, like a non-disclosure agreement, just for me to give them the design they needed. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was like late last year.
What happened to the NDA?
Sorry?
So you created the
design for the brands, yeah, but I am not allowed to post it or to say anything about it. That was the NDA we signed, non-disclosure agreement. It's a European brand.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So my aim is also to work more with them, with different brands. Not only a clothing company. I can work because I'm a creator and I have ideas. I'm a deep thinker. So I can work with anything, any brand. I can work with interiors, real estate. I can work with jewelry brand. I can work with car brands. I can work with clothing brands.
So what creative idea do you have for those luxury brands, like if you can think of something?
Yeah, honestly, I see a lot of these luxury brands, they focus more on artistic, okay, and luxury. But I feel a lot of them also lack, I feel they lack some other things like the storytelling of the crafts, okay? Like I've not really seen, just like for example, like a Rolls Royce. The reason why Rolls Royce is on a different level, everything, a lot of things there is made, handmade, okay? Like the logos, like there's this line at the side is handmade, not like printing. So I feel the luxury brand needs to bring something like that, where you buy a cloth, but it's hand, like this cloth I'm putting on now. It's a Nigerian brand. It's owned by my friend.
Cool.
Yeah, I feel in the next few years it's going to be a big thing. Yeah, it's owned by my friend Samville. Like this is like an abbreviation of his name, Live.
Love that.
Yeah, so I feel the clothing brand especially, they need to, there are a lot of things that I won't say because once I say I've already, you understand. So, but I have a lot to offer.
Right.
That is what I know for a fact, yeah.
So when we look at, for example, fashion brands, since we're discussing fashion brands, let's look at the positives, I guess. Like, what brand is doing unique storytelling through design? Like, which fashion brands, luxury brands, are getting it right?
Well, I think Hems.
Right.
Hems, they are outstanding.
True.
That is why they have limited stock.
Yeah.
Once you need, for example, you need a Hems bag, a Birkin, you have to book.
True.
You understand? They're creating something different. You understand? Because one thing about me, I'm not after quantities. I'm more of qualities. You understand? I don't produce much arts. Like last year, I decided to produce only 12 paintings. Last year, I decided to produce 12 paintings. Wow. And most of the people that patronize me, some are art collectors. And sometimes they just tell me what they want. When I'm done with the painting, I don't even post on my page because they have to sell, resell, or showcase in the museum or rebrand it to their name. So these are the kind of people that always patronize me. So
interesting.
That is it.
Well, in terms of people purchasing your paintings, I know you don't post a lot of your work
No,
on
I-
social.
Yeah.
But I did see one post, and it was that you sold a painting for $30,000.
Yes.
Like, how much are we talking? Your favorite piece? Like, how much is the standard for a painting from
My
Daddy K?
paintings ranges from $5,000 to $200,000.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, you know, painting most times. One thing about painting that a lot of people don't, I feel a lot of people don't know is they just like, why is it expensive? Why is this painting expensive? The truth is, it's all about branding. It's all about the person that did the painting.
Yeah.
Like, let me give an example. Somebody like Donald Trump can actually make a painting just because Donald Trump did the painting. He can sell for any amount. That is the branding in the painting, and people will buy. That is the uniqueness of paintings. So, but for me, I don't just paint because I want to paint because I'm trying to create a brand. I also want to paint so my painting can tell a story. If someone can actually look at my painting without me explaining it, the person can actually get a clue of what this thing is saying and feel maybe emotional or maybe even discomfort. I know I'm doing something right, that my painting is telling on people. People can actually feel it without the painting saying anything. Just like music. People use music to pass message. I use my paintings to pass message. Like this painting, me looking at it, you will know that there's a message there. Like the title of the painting is The Burden of Self.
Right.
Yeah, you know, sometimes people might be going through a lot. You just like wish you can just pull
I
up your
love
head
that.
and hold
I
your
love
hand.
that so
Yeah.
much.
Even if they are dressing up like they're looking nice, but there's a lot in their head. You understand? Societal pressure and everything. They might be smiling, but deep inside they are going through traumas. So my paintings is just I just like doing something without even aside the money coming from the painting. I love my painting. I love it to be in a situation whereby someone can see it and read the message without me explaining anything.
So what's one piece that you're really proud of?
And
One specific, yeah, in your paintings.
that is the living in bondage.
Living in
Because
Bondage, yeah.
these paintings actually, my paintings, apart from selling, I love using
Yeah.
my painting to pass message, to heal. Okay? Like, it has its own, it's very therapeutic, my painting. If, like the living in bondage, before I did that painting, I had some little challenges, personal. So, like some years ago, I had a life coach. So he put me through a lot of things. So I realized that everything we need is in us. And everything we need is in knowledge. When you seek knowledge, you can actually conquer anything. So when I actually seek for knowledge and I found out that I was able to conquer everything that was bothering me, I had to put it into painting. So when anyone sees this painting, looking at it, you will know, okay, because the books behind is the knowledge he needs to seek for. He's actually looking for how to unlock the padlock. But the actual solution to his problem is behind him, which is the book, the knowledge he needs to seek.
For people watching today, like the public, can we access your art? Like, are you creating art for homes, for stores? Is it more like design features for cars? How can we access your paintings? Is that possible?
Okay, my paintings, sometimes I do go for exhibitions. Like 2020, I participated at the World Art Dubai 2022, 2023. So these are the only places people can actually patronize my painting. I don't own a gallery because most of my paintings are pre-order. But right now I still have about, I think 8 pieces of painting in my house. So, but most of the paintings I do, people just send me a message and I create. They just tell me what they want and I create for them. So that is it. But I don't have a gallery where people can come and, but I'm actually planning to host a solo exhibition maybe next year.
And interesting that you've been at World Art Dubai. It's such a phenomenal event. Before you leave us, can you remember the first piece of art that you sold? Can you tell us about it, what it was, and how much you sold it for?
The first piece of art here in Dubai, or
Ever.
like, okay, the first piece of art was, it was not one. The first time I made money from art, it was not one. Actually, when I was in school, I was making paintings for people for small amount of money. When I graduated, I opened an art gallery. The first 1 week, I set up the art gallery. Someone came in and bought all the arts.
Wow.
He was building an hotel. He bought all the art and he told me to bring more 30 pieces
Wow.
to supply his hotel. That was the first time I made lots of money. This was 2013.
What a story.
Yeah.
What a story.
So lastly, what's the biggest dream you hope to achieve with your art?
Well, the biggest dream I hope to achieve is I want to pave the way for other artists in my country, Nigeria. I feel they don't have the platform to showcase their talents. And the truth is, we have a lot of geniuses in Nigeria. We have a lot of creative minds in my country. Like, for example, like the music industry. If you think about music in Africa, the first person you would think is either Burna Boy, Davido, Wizkid.
Okay.
These people put Africa on the limelight. You understand? They paved the way for other African artists. Now, when there is a conversation about musicians, their names can be included worldwide. So this is actually what I actually want for the creative minds in my country. I want the fact that when anyone think about, oh, we want to get beautiful artworks, we want to get beautiful creative like a crafts, they're going to think about Nigeria.
Love that.
They're going to think about Africa because we have a lot of talents, creativity, people, like a lot of skills. You understand that, like people that can, they have what to offer. So what I'm trying to do is, if I can create a path, leave a footprint for them to be able to rise, I will be very happy. That is my biggest, what I really want to achieve in my career.
What an amazing goal, for sure. That is Daddy K. For people who would like to learn more about you, how can they find you? What are your profiles?
Yeah, I'm just on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, I am _2_Daddy K.
Thank you so much for your time today, Daddy K.
Yeah.
Thank you, Massa.
Thank you, Casey.
And that brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place, and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.